Austria, the nation most famous in HOI4 for being Anschluss. But since they got their own focus tree, they have become a lot better. And with the addition of the latest DLC, maybe even broken. And to really show that off, we're gonna destroy Germany today. In historical. Easily. So without further ado, Araman, historical, and go. So to start off, you might think of a very special research we need to do. Actually, no. I'm just gonna get a bit of anti-air, because we will not work with an air force. But besides that, I will just go down the normal stuff, engineering, production. That is fine. Factories. I don't even want support equipment. Just give me guns. Construction-wise, we can't do anything yet, really, because we have this horrible treaty over here. I mean, next to other really bad modifiers, which are not nice to us. With one good one, we will lose it quick. And yeah, I guess this one is nice, but not that useful. So for the beginning, we will build one civ in Vienna. That's it. Focus tree-wise, we're gonna go down a route you probably don't expect. Historical. We're gonna play historical Austria. And historical Austria can actually do a lot of cool things, including uniting Austria-Hungary again for some reason. But that is by far not the reason why I call this strategy today broken. It is just a nice industry boost later. The main strategy today is a lot spicier. And as for our army, we just, let them stand around. We don't have a lot, and we need a lot more guns. Beginning situation not cool. What I did notice in my test runs is that they reworked coal a bit. I'm gonna insert this now in the video, because I feel like a lot of you might have not noticed that. Coal is not coal anymore. I mean, it still exists as coal, but coal is officially now energy. Yeah, they listened to the feedback, and we now have energy. Meaning states have now energy demand, and coal, like fuel, is now converted into energy, scaling with the demand. And we got 2 new billings for using less energy in a state or getting more resources, scaling with the infrastructure. I just thought it would be interesting to mention. It is right at the beginning of the video, and you might have not known. Anyways, first focus is done. I just remembered I didn't want to do that one first. I wanted to do secret rearmament and the mills first, because we do need mills, but it fit very well into the intro, so I just got carried away. And political power is nice, so yeah, I guess we have that now. And yeah, political power be gone, good modifier be gone, but we can make it less bad and get it back later. Sucks now, but later on we can get it back. As for our famous situation, we get nice decisions now that Germany remilitarized the Rhineland, I think, to defend ourselves better, giving us nice supply and defense bonuses, which will be super helpful. And with the first 2 focuses over here done, giving us a nice bonus for kind of making our bad modifier a bit less worse, at least temporarily, because this is actually a horrible modifier. The 50% output is just crazy. And this counters this for a little bit. Still very bad, but it allows us to build more guns, and guns are very important. But with this done, our main priority is now to get rid of this treaty. And we don't need any friends, we don't need any allies for this strategy today, so we'll just go down the route of least resistance and break the treaty, making everyone a bit angry, but we don't really care. So let's get rid of the other fascist party and kind of go down that route ourselves. I mean, historically, both these parties have been very much fascist. It is just kind of showing off in a HOI4 way that there were 2 forces in Austria for their own national movements, the one trying to join Germany, and the other one's trying to do their very much own thing in Austria. Yeah, and thank you to Zero for adding me to the mod. I'm looking forward to this being cropped out of context in some random Reddit post. This is gonna be amazing. And yes, I have a graphical mod for e-bagging, so the encirclement button is the like button, and the mod maker, a good friend of mine, is having a little bit of fun sometimes. So if you ask yourself ever, what is up with the pictures? Yeah, I don't mention it all the time because I got used to it, but I feel like that's a good moment to mention that is not on me. But with that done, let's reach out to Italy, not because we care about Italy or the allies, it's just we need to get one of the focuses done, and I just do Italy because I could actually improve opinion with them to get a better outcome, but I don't really care what they say, and I kind of want to win this alone, and we can probably defeat Germany before they join the war. At least I pulled it off in like every test run. And yeah, bad events over here, get rid of this guy. It hurts a lot, and we will lose a lot of political power now. Yeah, 150 political power, but we can't have this guy in government. He's just awful for us. He costs us political power in the long term, and he makes it easier for Germany to attack us. So we want to buy ourselves more time, and we want to get rid of this guy. Goodbye. In the background, we caught up with guns, so we'll queue up a few things, like trains and trucks, just for supply reasons, and towed anti-air for anti-air reasons. What we could also do, once the civ is done, is build build a bit of anti-air on border states just because it helps a little bit. I will not build forts because the Germans will bomb them away anyways. Plus, the units we're gonna use don't need forts. At least not in Austria. And with that focus done, let's go on the next one. Giving me the trade. Yeah, very great. Embrace fascism. Yeah, amazing. And modifying Austro-fascism. More political power. I mean, I can say nothing against that, I guess. In this scenario, Italy makes demands. We can give up our claims on South Tyrol and they will guarantee us. Actually, never got that event. Normally, they always ask me for some industry. No. And yeah, now they ask for consumer goods factory factors. I will just say no. Get the war support. We don't need the help. We really don't. And yes, that comes from the nation with 5 mills and not even 100k manpower in the manpower pool. But let's just say I'm optimistic, okay? As for the research over here, we don't need anything special. No air force, no space marines, a bit of anti-air, and gun. That's all I'm gonna research. I will not do support equipment because we don't have the industry. The negative modifier of missing equipment is very bad. So for the early stage, I will just not go into it. So just guns and anti-air. Also because I spotted it, new research over here, replacing the conversion boost from sieves to mills with energy per coal, meaning you can get up to 30% more energy from your coal, which is a good replacement because I never did this research. And with coal being a pain, especially on war economy and especially later in the game, this might be really good. So this is technology I would touch. While yapping, I did forget to do a focus. So as for our next focus, very important, let's go down here. Getting rid of the treaty, not caring what the allies say. And yes, we lost a few days because I forgot to click a focus. I like to yap, okay? We did gain political power though, so might squeeze in a silent workhorse. Anti-Comintern Pact, no. I will not work with the Germans in any kind. But silent workhorse, I take. So we got rid of the treaty, allowing us to finally build some mills. So we should start that. I will put a lower priority in the NTR now and build mills. What I will also do is go down this focus, not because of the modifiers, because I want to get down to here. We can start getting Hungarian land, which is a few decisions we need to do, but it is pretty much guaranteed. Let's say 90%, because this is not a 100% thing. It's a chain of events. It depends on how much they say yes or no, which I gotta say I'm not 100% how you can influence it. I think with improved relations you can a bit. It is a little bit gambling, but with a very high success chance. So let's get the focus. This, by the way, also being a nice modifier, at least temporarily. But yeah, I'm super optimistic we should get them. In every test run so far, I always got all of the land I wanted. Maybe I've been super lucky, maybe it just lies to you. They tend to say yes. And with that focus done, we bought ourselves a little bit of time on the political side of the focus tree, because we can just do interactions with Hungary in a second. What I will do in the meantime is go down the industrial focuses and fix our economy a bit, because it is kind of horrendous. And yeah, decision-wise, this popped up. I will try to be on the nice side of Hungary. And yes, I'm improving relations, so hopefully that helps. I'm doing the diplomatic approach instead of the threatening approach, because we don't really have a lot of army, so I wouldn't know what we threaten with. As for the bank, I will just get both modifiers, because you can really specialize, but I think I won't use the bank anyway, so I don't care. It's an industrial company. I more want to go down over here to devalue the shilling, which has to time out, so you can fix the economy even more. So yeah, let's do this over here to recover from the economic depression a bit, and then devalue the shilling, giving us some political power. Hungary says yes, super good. We will do some industrial bribery next, which is pretty much guaranteed to improve the relation with us. And with the political power we actually got from the last focus, we will go up to war economy, meaning we get a lot of our industry back. Don't forget, we give 2 factories to Hungary now, and we're building mills super quick now, especially with the modifiers. And that, of course, goes into guns. And before I forget, I will actually yoink some trains. Lose missability, but the Germans will bomb us a lot, so I might want to do that now. Stock up some trains. Improve gun research, also important. And yeah, I think we can chill now, integrate Hungary after we devalue the shilling, get the Czechoslovakian land, and then prepare the memes. So let's do that. And with that completed, let's get Czechoslovakia. And in a second, hopefully when they say yes, and they don't, okay, we get still a likely chance to accept. So let's get Hungary. If they say no, I am kind of screwed, because they will join the Axis. I might actually also start doing state garrisons, because the defense bonuses over here for 20% core defense locally, plus the supply bonus, is super nice. And yeah, Hungary says yes, we annex Hungary. I will also improve relations with Czechoslovakia now. Hungarian troops are nice to have, but we don't need them yet. And yeah, the land is not court, by the way. This is just occupied. So we'll go down to a more relaxed law, like local police force, and use their CAV, because compared to our CAV, they don't use any support equipment, so it's pretty good. Nice suppressive unit, and very cheap. Germany now becomes even more of a threat, because because they just did the focus where they escalate the Anschluss, meaning at some point they will get a war goal on us, and it's only a matter of time now. But because we got Hungary and the troops, we bought ourselves more time, meaning we will probably have around half a year to a year before they will be on our border. With this focus now done, we basically have all the focuses we needed over here, at least for now. We still will get this land later, but it's not a priority for the Germany war. You could also completely avoid the Germany war if you want to, but just getting into an alliance with them, or even better, just create your own faction, which literally bypasses the Anschluss focus. So yeah, if you want to play it safe, do this. But we today intend to beat Germany, get all of their land very early on. And if you ask yourself how, very simple. We're gonna go down this focus over here, giving us militia. It doesn't state it, funnily enough it doesn't. It only shows the national spirit, but it also unlocks militia divisions, which with the latest DLC got even stronger. So yeah, we're gonna do a bit of militia maxing today, which is a super cheap unit. We're not gonna modify the template a lot, so we're gonna work with like 12 of units, and we're gonna absolutely obliterate Germany. Because the amount of modifiers you get in the Austrian focus trees for militias is crazy. And the idea for this I got quite a while ago from, some of you might know him, it's Scarred, which also gave me the Macedonia video idea. And yeah, I might say a lot, it is broken, it is good, but trust me, it is actually really good. And it's also super simple. This is why I kind of love this strategy, because you don't need a lot for the unit to be good. You just need to know a few things, and then you can just easily do this yourself. What I completely forgot while yapping is to influence Czechoslovakia, so yeah, we should start that. So they say yes to the non-aggression pact, very good. Now let's invest some industry into them. Also, this focus is done, which means we can immediately go down over here, which is the focus to unlock militia units, because right now we don't have them, and this focus gives us a template which will unlock them. As for this event over here, the Germans try to once again interfere with our nation. We of course defend ourselves, meaning we have 44 days to stop it, and yeah, we'll just click this decision over here, increasing our security in the high command, stopping the Germans from doing something stupid. So the Germans have failed, we both lose relations. Yeah, this is, I don't care. I will use the political power we just gained to annex Czechoslovakia, skipping the last step because they tend to always say no anyways. So yeah, I will gamble a bit more and just click it now. They're likely to say yes. I hope they will actually say yes, otherwise the Germans will have a more open front line. If we get them, we have a more fortified front line, which is better. Focus wise, we can do a lot of things. I think doing this focus really quick over here for getting rid of the negative effect of militia support by removing militia support completely and adding all the positive modifiers plus even more to Austrofascism, making that modifier stronger. And yeah, you're seeing correct. 25 attack plus 25 defense. It's kind of good. What we also get is this decision over here, where we immediately get rid of the modifier. Great. Lose stability. Yeah, cool. Or get a new leader that is specialized in militia. It's a pretty good leader. So I would say let's get him. Meaning, yes, I'm not in charge of the government anymore. How sad. But we get another 5% militia attack from this leader. And what I didn't even mention yet is that we have over here the Putsch minister for another 20% militia attack and militia defense. Plus another 10 defense on core territory. It is good, okay? It's very good. So yeah, we're just militia stats maxing effectively. Good news is Czechoslovakia says yes. I will now take all of these units and convert them into militia. Literally delete all of this to show off we will need nothing else. So small time jump because Mr. Genius Florius has muted himself while recording. And yeah, you missed like 4 minutes. It is nothing bad. We went down this focus over here, buffing the militia. And then we rushed down to integrate Bohemia because we need to integrate Bohemia. It is super necessary. I would even recommend to just rush down here. Not like me getting the militia focuses first, but just core the territory because then you can utilize the land earlier. What I did to kind of compensate is to increase my recruitment law, which did help, and I might just do it again. On the other side, we do really need this guy over here now, or even more militia bonuses. They're pretty good. And we are now going to utilize these 12 with militias. That's literally what they are. Once we get arm experience, add anti-air, and that's what we're going to defeat Germany with. 12 with militia units with anti-air. The entire German army. Yeah, we do have quite a good amount of militia now. Equipment-wise, we're also looking very, very good. The only thing we're struggling now is manpower, but you might notice because we just did core Bohemia, this is not a problem anymore. In the background, I did also build a fort over here, and I will increase the anti-air on the Sudetenland for the sole reason that the Germans will bomb this a lot. And because we already have the forts over here, which are super good, as I said, I will not build a lot of forts, but if the game already gives you 3 forts, quickly building a little bit of anti-air is not bad. Even though long term this is not a good investment, short term it is so good that it's worth it. Additionally to this, now that we court Bohemia, we can use our political power while we're not at war, that is important, to get even more local defense bonuses. And that's why I say maybe do it earlier, because the Germans will attack me very soon, but getting all of the Sudetenland, not forgetting this bit, and Bohemia, because there's actually like 2 provinces here from Bohemia at the border, you have amazing defense bonuses. The Germans penetrating this is a super low chance. What I want to do now is get some army experience, but before I do that, I will get this focus over here for 100 political power and some other bonuses I care less about. It is a very quick focus, and it should allow me to get enough political power to get all of the defenses up. Because yeah, I did kind of screw this up a little bit. I wanted to integrate Bohemia earlier, I forgot. If you timed this better than me, sorry ADHD Florius again, you should have an easier time. And yeah, this over here I don't really care. We can even work together with Germany here, quote unquote. Gives us fascism support, which is the ideology we are currently having, so we get even more stability from this, so let's do this. I don't like to work with Germany, but this time the bonuses are too good. But yeah, this is done. We can also fix our economy right now. I wish I had time. What we really need to do now is do this over here, get army experience, so we can finally reform our army and get even more core attack and core defense modifiers, which once again is super good because we did core Bohemia, so our entire front line is cored. These modifiers go really good in defense. Additionally, down here at the end, there's even more modifiers for overall attack and defense, plus orc and speed. So reforming the army is pretty good, and it gives us more political power, and we are kind of political power starved in this focus tree, so this would be nice. And yes, I tend to go down the attack route for more manpower instead of the defense route. That is not good. Germany has started the Anschluss focus. We might not have the time to defend Bohemia. I might need to stop drilling. And what are we missing? Oh yeah, we're missing support equipment, so this will change very soon. I will put more into anti-air guns just in case we're missing a little bit. We are now done with this focus over here, giving us army experience. Let's get the defense modifier on core territory. Let's modify our militia to add the anti-air, and let's deploy all of these units back here. Okay, we do be missing like 1,000 anti-air, so we'll go very heavily into anti-air now. But yeah, we're catching up pretty quickly. I'm optimistic. Okay, we're lucky. We get all of the defense bonuses through. Only negative is that we are kind of behind on anti-air and manpower, but I think we can just jump to extensive, and then that is solved. This modifier is nice. Now the big question is, do we want to rush down this? We don't need the political power right now, and these modifiers are super good, but at the same time, political power and industry, both kind of super good, but 70 days. You know what? I'll just play it safely. Go down over here. I love to fix my industry, but we need defense. I will also get some motorization priority because we did build trucks, also meaning we should be very well prepared for this war. And yeah, the Anschluss event is here. We should not let this tick out because that means we will just accept the Anschluss. That's the default option. I will wait up to 2 days. We did get to finish that focus, so I would say let's actually fix some industry now. Firstly, of course, political power. Very good. Anyways, yeah, let's say no. Down to speed 4, we are now missing some amount of anti-air. Don't forget, I'm building new units over here, which are missing 320, meaning on the battlefield, we are only, quote-unquote, missing 550. Still a lot, but not as bad as anything else, and it's gonna be super useful in shooting down German Air Force, so I'll take it. I never upgraded the Sudetenland to have so much anti-air guns. I want to see how much that does and how much it protects my trains. Talking about trains, I just reminded myself that this exists, and it has air attack, so maybe let's build the Panzerzug 2 and get more air defense. Also, I'm gonna do a bit of a stupid greed build and go into offense, because trust me, we will not be on the defense for super long. This will be like 1 year of intensive fighting. You see it already starts, but after that we should be fine. And yeah, they're already pushing. With our defense modifiers, we should hold out, but yeah, this is 4 tanks pushing into 1 province. They have full air force support. I will get some of our already existing air force just to intercept a little bit, but we should have this. Yeah, they have an attack of 23, and we have a defense of 218. Yeah, we are pretty fine. We are also green everywhere. This is a bit micro now, but as for the preparation, you see, I didn't do this perfectly. I forgot some focuses. I mixed some stuff up. This is why I said in the beginning, this is not super strict, and you don't need to do everything perfect. And it still works. You just need to be kind of safe that you have these focuses locked in when the war starts. And as preparations, we have literally just built guns and supply stuff and anti-air. In hindsight, I would build less guns and more anti-air, but yeah, I thought we need way more guns. Over here, it's a lot of green. It's important to micro a bit, because then and there they will bomb down a fort, and then they will take everything in. Don't forget, Germany has quite a decent air force at the beginning, and they have a lot of light tanks, which are strong. I mean, they're trying some very interesting strategies here, but so far we seem safe, and we are shooting down their air force, which is what I want. Beautiful. In my experience, Austria most of the times, especially in the Alps, just holds out, but I would like an army guy now for some army experience, because what we haven't talked about yet is doctrines. That's what I said with it is even stronger now with the new DLC, because there are doctrines now that boost militia even more. What is funnily enough a very good move, kick them out over here. If we take this province, we have an easier time holding the front line. Plus, even funnier, they have to split the air force into another air zone, the Western German one, which is kind of the South German one. So yeah, getting this would be very nice, because we do have attack bonuses too. Yep, we get it. I will put a few factories on repairing in the background, because they will try to weaken our supply. And I imagine this fort has been bombed. Yeah, it has been destroyed by quite a few levels, so they actually start to hurt me a bit over here. Not too much, but we should keep an eye on this, and we have some troops prepared in the background, meaning our army will grow a lot in a bit too, but for now we have to be careful. They're bombing our supply trains, they are bombing our forts, so we're not completely safe. On the other side, their tank divisions are already really running out of tanks, so they might not be able to do this for much longer, because at this point of the war, Germany doesn't really have that much of reserve equipment, so we can drain them. And yeah, I might just pump out these units and support the front line. And yeah, for now it's just defend, maybe even influence the nations around us. So I will fix economy and then might just go down these focuses over here to get the rest of the Austro-Hungarian land, which would allow us to form Austria-Hungary, coring all the land over here and not just Bohemia. It would be funny if we were able to pull this off while Germany is attacking us, so I will try that. Yeah, a few weeks later, you already see the equipment situation of the Germans not looking very good. Same over here. Casualties so far, 42k versus 424k. They have 10 times our casualties, and they're not intending to give up. At this point, Italy does join, but to be fair, we don't care. We really don't care. Italy can do that. That is fine. They will not join the war. There's something scripted with Italy that they don't really join the German war until, I think, Paris has capitulated or something. I don't actually know the trigger, but if we defeat Germany by mid-1940, Italy will never be a problem. I will have some troops on the border later, just to be on the safe side, but generally speaking, they are not a problem. And yeah, with the economy mostly fixed, I say mostly because there's still the unemployment problem, but I don't have time for that. So let's get some Balkan territories. And I will actually chill a bit with motorized supply, because they do be bombing the supply. And I see some yellow over here, so maybe reinforce that. If you see something spotted like this, my trick over here is to take the local units out to a random other general and let these few units last stand while you reinforce with other units. It is a bit expensive to do this, but at the same time, you don't want to lose your fortification positions, especially with the entrenchment. So losing equipment and manpower in a higher quantity might be worth holding the position. And yeah, they did the job very good, so they get back to the normal front line and defend this way. We also researched the Panzerzug now, so our supply should be a bit better protected. Not a lot, but a bit. And we can also go down, you know it, I love it. Grand battle plan. I will not change my mind. And we don't use artillery, so we're gonna use it. So threaten Poland, because they said no to my non-aggression pact. They caved in, and we got this. Next on my list, I guess Yugoslavia. Important over here, we don't need this land. This is nothing we can core. It is just for the borders, I guess. So yeah, what we would like is if we go to Romania to also get this over here, so it might be worth to rush them down, but I doubt we get it before the Soviets threaten them, so I don't know. What I do know is that the Germans have no guns. What is kind of sad is that we're not communist, because if we were communist, we could go down people's militia like we did with communist China and get absolutely bonkers bonuses. This would be amazing for our militia units. Crazy good. Funnily enough, there is a way. You have this communist revolutionary, which gives you another 10% attack, and I will take him, but he only gives you slightly ticking communist support, so it's kind of unrealistic to say that he's the way forward. But as a small community shoutout and a challenge, maybe we/you can make this work to get even more bonuses and kind of flip communist with the fascist path of Austria, which would make this a whole lot more broken. What we're gonna do now is get this doctrine over here, which is nothing special, just gives us a little bit of a defense bonus and less supply use. Everything else below is kinda meh. We get more defense bonus for oral infantry, which is nice, plus more manpower, so I will take this, but this would be way better. I did also just notice you skip the first step if you just do the non-aggression pact on your own, so I just wasted 50 political power getting a non-aggression pact, and then I did it manually. Now the event is going on in the next step, so why did I do this? I didn't know you could skip it. That is good to know. You can skip the non-aggression pact with Hungary, saving you 50 political power. Yes, I do test runs. No, apparently they're not enough. And the supply thing might be super important now because the Germans bombed away all of my trains. I have no more trains. That is so rude. Okay, a little bit of a risky play over here. I encircled Silesia. I will try to close that pocket. Once again, we're still using this division, 12 with, against all of Germany, and so far we are winning. So yeah, let's close that, get rid of a good amount of tanks over here, which have been quite annoying, and then we could actually prepare a real offensive with 12 with militia. As I said, this is good. This is really good. And the funniest thing about it is I have 30 mils. The Germans have probably nearly double than that, but it means nothing because they have to spend the entire mills to build planes, tanks, and other expensive stuff, while I just spam out cheap guns and completely ignore all of the good units and melt them with more militia. So I have less industry, but at the same time, I don't care. I don't need as much industry as Germany. And yeah, goodbye units. I would say it was an honor, but it wasn't. Really wasn't. Goodbye. Losses now 100,000 on our side, so quite a bit, versus 1.13 million. Yeah, I will also spit out a few units over here, just to be on the safe side with Italy, and do some encirclements. Oh, actually, Germany, are you sure you want to go into Poland? They do. That was stupid. They didn't do that in my test run, I swear, which makes it a lot funnier. So you know what, I will just push now, because Poland will steal a lot of my war score, and I want as much of Germany as possible. And with that, I mean everything. And they're now at war with the allies, which I think I could actually join. I won't, but I could. Yeah, they're kind of screwed. And at this point, I really didn't need the allies' help. They're more annoying than helpful, because they do be stealing my war score, but if you win this fast, their war score might not matter. In the background, I pressured Romania, so they are giving us all of the land. Next on my list, Yugoslavia. And while this is going on, snaking through Germany. Yeah, the encirclements are crazy. Goodbye. Okay, please capitulate. Oh my god. How we control all the big cities. Don't give the allies more war participation. You... Oh, and we got it. So my goal will be to just take everything. I'm pretty sure I can still pull it off. I can still get everything. Beautiful. Close call, though. Sad thing is I can't steal a navy. What an achievement. Anti-Anschluss. Apparently I never did this before. Tells me I should have played more Austria. Good thing we did that now. But I would say very important now. Let's go down to Yugoslavia. Ask for that land too. And yeah, by the way, it's 1940. I would still say early 1940. It's April. And we defeated Germany as Austria. With this template. That's what we use. No air force. This is stronger than Space Marines. At least in the terms that Space Marines are very expensive. And the only limitation I had was manpower. I don't know. I'm just having fun. This is great. Didn't even have the time to get to this modifier, which would have been nice, but we didn't need, or get any modifier from over here for a better industry. Yugoslavia caves, let's ask them again. Another 30 days. And if they say no, we just overrun them. They should have no guarantees. Romania, but to be fair, just in case, let's go to Romania. I will beat them with a stick if they say no. And they say yes. Good. This allows us to now officially restore Austria-Hungary. Very good. Giving us cores in all of the highlighted territories. And you might spot this doesn't include the Polish land. So that's kind of a bonus that you can't really core. Oh, I just saw... Oh, I forgot. I forgot I had the mod on. The new Silo Lebanese Empire. As I said, just a graphical mod to have fun. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gotten the achievement. But yeah, we can also go down this now to form the Austrian Empire and get even better modifiers down here. Be careful about this focus. This includes a lot of land, including this bit over here, which Romania gives to the Soviet Union once they ask for the land. So you have to be kind of quick. That's why I kind of juggled the war with the political focuses, so I can get the most out of my focus tree. And I would say the next logical conclusion would be to beat Italy, and I will not waste a focus on them. I will just fabricate, because they are fascists anyways, and they are the leftovers of the Axis, so they can't join any faction. They are literally just up for me to eat. Delicious. Yeah, I was kind of bored, so I did the Austrian Empire focus. A new reskin, I guess, giving us a very nice modifier. And let's double that down zone with beyond our lands, giving us more attack bonus, compliance growth, and resistance growth. I mean, reduced resistance growth. So this is a good modifier. TLDR, good modifier. We can also bypass the Brothers War because we kind of lost our brother there. And down here, unite our nation with Germany. So we can just core German land, or we could do some other decisions, which would be stupid to do. But I will just core German land because I can. It sounds good. Let's also get this guy over here for even more militia attack. And in the background, Greece is attacked by Italy. And now Italy is at war with Romania. I have no idea what's going on here. Okay, Italy's losing. Italy's losing. Yeah, this playthrough has nothing to do with my test run anymore, because in my test run, Italy won. But I guess because I'm already at the border, they can't put all of the units here. Anyways, not wasting any time, let's go in and just kill Italy. And yes, pushing through the Alps with still 12 with militia gives us a lot of green with no air force. I love this. This is kind of very funny to me. I correct. We just upgraded this over here. We are now 9.6 with militia. Let's go. I will also be going down guerrilla warfare for even more militia bonuses. And over here, I guess we could get engineering companies back. So let's try that. The Soviet Union demands Bessarabia. Why do you ask me? You know what? I don't care. I've defeated worse people than you, Soviet Union. I am not afraid. And they get a war goal on me. Do it, Soviets. I don't care. If they attack me, I'm officially the good guy when I take all of Russia, okay? That's how this works. And yeah, the encirclements over here are beautiful. Yeah, actually attack me. Why would you do this, Russia? They're like, oh yeah, it's just militia, no air force. We can just easily beat this. They have no idea. They just have no idea what they just did. They're force attacking. Oh yeah, have fun. I'm just gonna destroy Italy in the background. And yeah, I have more units ready in the background because I didn't want to enter recording. Now I have a reason. Thank you, Soviets. And they attacked Poland too. Oh, that was not intelligent. I swear, Iraq just joined the Axis. You're taking away all of my fun allies. Stop attacking the people I attack. We just got rid of a lot of Italians compared to our, I mean, you know, marginalized losses. We also got some losses, but to be fair, we pushed through mountains without any air force. We also finished a better German state. I would just say we do Großösterreich, allowing us to integrate all of Germany, which sounds pretty good. Let's also create our own faction, because I would like to have some friends in the region. And for coring Germany, I would just say for now I core the coal provinces, because I need coal. So the Central Powers have been reformed. Turkey and Bulgaria do join. That is kind of cool. Romania has capitulated, which funnily enough might be very good news for us, because we can just take their land and probably keep it after the war. Italy front is going great. We lost a few guns, but yeah, the Soviets increasing their front line quite quickly, plus doing good amounts of naval landing over here. Demanded that I deploy a few more troops. So we're a bit spread out. I also want to mention I have no army guys down here yet, or any reformers. I didn't have any moment to gain any political power for that. And yeah, we're in Rome. Mussolini has been deposed. Funny. Soviet front is just a stalemate, at least. They do be pushing around Poland, so we have to be careful about that. Oh, that is a very good puppet. I will keep the territory, because I want to take some of that myself. Building an actual beautiful Austrian Empire, which does include Milan. And yeah, over here we just need to push into the north, and this should be over. They lost a lot of the units to the uprising. I don't like the Italian puppet for many reasons, mostly because it has a focus tree that allows you to break free over time. But to be fair, if I get my provinces and what I want to do, this should be easy. While I was yapping, we won. I didn't plan on that. Anyways, I for myself, I will be taking these territories over here, the northern bits. I will also be releasing an Albania. Could even release a Sardinia, sure. As for the rest of Italy, it can actually stay with Italy. And of course, the British forced me to make an ugly looking border. Sadly, I don't get the navy out of them, but most importantly, we did get everything I wanted, which is Italy, and the European territories. And this allows us to concentrate now on an actual war effort against the Soviets. And actually beautiful, we have cores over Istria and South Tyrol. That's actually nice. The only thing my Austrian heart would like is a decision to core maybe Lombardy and Venezia for, you know, the LARP. You know, it is what it is. Our units over here seem to be ready though, so you can just push, destroy the Soviets. You have my full attention now. I hope you can enjoy it. And yes, this is still the template. No Air Force. I actually have some allied Air Force, but my Air Force is still these from the beginning. So yeah, they do be pretty good. But yeah, the Romanian situation is definitely under control. A beautiful Soviet pocket over here. And with that military buff, the only thing we could really get over here is this one over here for less supply consumption, which kind of seems nice. But let's maybe also get rid of this modifier over here, costing me quite a bit of political power while we, you know, we're kind of busy integrating Germany, with every province costing us 100 political power. So yeah, this is quite expensive. And Japan has in the background decided to not live anymore. But yeah, these encirclements are beautiful. Oh, Japan capitulated China. I thought Japan just lost, but no, they actually did it. I didn't see them do this in quite a while. I guess congratulations, Japan. Now back to my horrendous whatever this is. And with Moscow. Most importantly, first. First in Moscow. Because the allies did exploit that I collapsed the front line. Pesky opportunists. But yeah, the encirclements in the back row are pretty juicy. Yep, this war is going pretty well. Losses so far, quite a bit on my side. Gotta say that. We ran out of equipment for a bit, but I did more losses on them for sure. That I only get 60% of the war participation is the real crime. Okay, I collapsed the front line, and the allies are just opportunists. For that, I will eat Romania. I mean, to be fair, the allies would have won this, but I did indeed make more than them here. I can guarantee you that. Soviet Union at 99%. Big lag means probably 100%. We have 60% war participation, so let's see what we can do. I have some ideas. Welcome to a horrible peace treaty. Literally super awful. But the UK had quite the amount of points. Yeah, Russia has been split in two by my decentralized approach and the more centralized approach from the allies, which just released a normal, I guess, Soviet Russia. Well, we have a more direct puppet, but we did get to keep Moscow. So you have this line of mostly no man's land and some civilization over here. Well, I got myself a lot of the core provinces. Yeah, 1942, by the way. Early 1942. And we have defeated the Axis and the Comintern with this. But I think to show off that this equipment-wise, very cheap unit, literally till the end, I didn't get to change this, performs quite strong with all the modifiers combined that Austria gives you, which is quite a bit amount of modifiers. Works pretty well, and it boosted up our economy to 4 million manpower, actually closer to 5 million. Good amount of civs, good amount of mills, and then with barely integrating Germany, I integrated like 4 provinces for now. As I said, we're very, very PP starved. But yeah, one last time, this was my division. Yes, I said this a lot this time, but just that you know, thank you all for watching. My supporters, I love you. And everyone else who's just watching, I love you too. And if you want to become a supporter, many ways, Patreon, YouTube membership, or you just click the link below, use my code in the Paradox store. No matter the game, I get 12%, you get a Steam key, everyone wins. But yeah, until next time, bye.